Hello, this is Senica Harris coming to you with another news report from UCOFW, the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers, where we shine a light on issues impacting the urban community. Now, it's been a while since we've, done a video or had our podcast, which we will be coming back full force soon. We're going to have a lot of new things, a lot of new additions to the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers. We ain't gone nowhere. We're back. But definitely want to thank you, everybody that's been supporting us throughout the years, and we just want you to keep watching our videos. I just started a new job within the last month, so I've been getting used to that schedule and kind of balancing things out. So we are back, and we will probably have a podcast this week or next week, so be on the lookout for that. You can check us out at our podcast called The Urban Wire at www.blogtalkradio.com/UCOFW, and we are on YouTube as well at youtube.com. Obviously you're watching youtube.com/UCOFW, and we have a Facebook group page if you'd like to join that as well. Now, the purpose of this video today is I'm going to come in here and do a review on the 2012 Billboard Music Awards. Now, I will say this, overall, I just wasn't, and I'm going to be as positive as possible, but I mean, I'm just going to keep it real too. I just wasn't impressed. It was just a lot of things that I saw that were just problems to me. Like, things weren't on point, things weren't like, especially as far as with the wardrobes, I don't know what the hell was going on. I just, the makeup wasn't on point. It was just a mess. But you know what, we're going to get past that. And I'm going to talk to you about a couple of notes that I had while watching the Billboard Music Awards. Now, we're going to start off with Justin Bieber. And he won the category of Social Artist of the Year. And congrats to him, big ups to him. That's Usher's little protege, and I really think that he's going to take the place of Usher, because Usher's getting old now. He's probably trying to train him up, and Usher's doing a pretty good job on that. I got to give big ups to him. Congrats for winning that. And I was kind of surprised he actually won that category, because Lady Gaga was in that category too. So I think they were probably going to be running neck to neck. But I want to give big ups to him for winning that. Now, the next thing I want to address is the Katy Perry Spotlight Award. And, I love, I'm going to be honest with you, I got a bias towards Katy Perry. That's my girl. She's one of my favorite artists. So, I want to give big ups to her for winning that category, because next to her, the only other person that won that category was Michael Jackson. And she really handled that acceptance speech with a lot of class. I really like how she gave props to Michael Jackson, and she says, "Hey, bitch, I won this category. I'm up here." She threw shade towards everybody else. As I was watching Wesley and Connection TV's review of this, he kind of put it like this. I said she threw shade towards everybody else while giving Michael Jackson props. So I just want to give her a shout out too. She was talking about how when we leave, me and my grandmother gonna have some shots. So she must have a pretty pretty cool, down to earth grandmother and stuff like that. So that's my girl right there. So I gotta give a shout out to her. Now, moving right along, Kelly Clarkson's performance, it was okay, whatever. I like the man. I like the song or whatever. I'm not really a big Kelly Clarkson fan, but she did pretty well. She looked okay. I'm going to jump around a little bit, so I'm not going to go totally in order. Big ups to Linkin Park. I like Linkin Park. I like their performance. They did pretty well. And let's get on Wiz Khalifa. Now, his acceptance speech was like, he gave shout outs to everybody and their grandmama, and in the third dimension, and in the next life, in the previous life. He gave shout outs to everybody. But I was waiting for it. But I said, when are you going to give props to your fiance, Amber Rose? And she was just sitting there like smiling, like, okay, please, I'm just waiting for you to give me a shout out, and he finally did. But I was like, wow, your fiance should have been the first one that you gave props to, Miss Amber Rose. Which Amber Rose, she's sitting there looking all glittery and fabulous with her apples all pushed up. She was like, woo, I wait for my man to give me props. But he finally did. But I was like, that was the ultimate shame to me. But anyway, we're going to move right along. My girl Brandy, she came out, you know, she looked good. Brandy, you know, she just classy. That's my girl Brandy. She just still looking good, still fly, still on top of her game. You know, I'm really looking forward to her new album, listening to that. And I might do a review on it, I don't know. But I'm definitely looking forward to purchasing her new album. You know, it's been a while since she put something out, so I'm really hyped about that. And speaking of Brandy, you know, we're going to get to that in a little bit. But Monica, she looked good too. She was classy as always. That's my girl. We're going to get to this Chris Brown performance. Which it was hot, but I mean, it was hot like fire. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown came out and gave you a show. You know what I'm saying? He came out on a little bike. You know what I'm saying? I was joking around on it on Facebook saying he looked like he stole somebody's bike from the hood and he brought him around like he stole something. But you know, I gotta give props to him. But the only thing I had an issue with is he kind of looked rough. He looked rough in this performance, and I'm like, man, I said, looked like Brother Man had been through some things. He looked like a hardcore thug. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I was talking to a friend online. I'm not gonna get into this, but he says, well, that's what happens when he claims, he thinks that Chris Brown is a part of the Illuminati, and I'm not going to touch that, whatever. You know, he said this is what happens, and this is what you end up looking like when you get involved with that. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was just having a rough day, rough night, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to touch that. As far as the Donna Summers tribute, I just really thought that they could have done a little more than that. And I guess Natasha Benefield, she sung Last Dance. And I mean, she worked it out. I mean, but it wasn't what I was thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just think when they did the tributes to her and Whitney Houston and Donna Summer and Whitney Houston, I really thought that they could have had better people. I mean, to sing, like, I mean, they had some good people, don't get me wrong, I like Jordan Sparks and John Legend, but I think they should have had some people that were more seasoned to take care of that tribute. But we're going to get to that more in a little bit. I think Usher's performance, we're going to get on that. It was hot like fire. I liked his performance. You know, I can kind of tell that Usher is getting older now. Usher, you know, he still got the moves, he's still doing the thing, but I can tell that he's not moving like he used to. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was mentioning earlier. That's why I think that Justin Bieber, he's trying to train up Justin Bieber so he can carry on that legacy. You know what I'm saying? But it's just really fascinating because I was talking to my father about this. It's really fascinating to see in general how Michael Jackson's legacy is still living through a lot of the modern artists, and he is coming up through them. You know what I'm saying? And the legacy is being passed on. So, you know, big ups to Usher. You know, he's still doing his thing. He's still passing the torch on. So, big ups to that. Next, I want to talk about Male Artist of the Year, Lil Wayne. Big ups to him. You know, I'm a Lil Wayne fan. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there to accept the award, but, you know, big ups to him. Gladys Knight, she came out. She looked very good. Miss Gladys Knight, she is a queen. She's a diva. She looked wonderful. I have to just say, I mean, she's just the ish. So, we're going to move right along. I was kind of surprised this year that Beyonce and Lady Gaga didn't receive many awards, but then again, they haven't been putting out too much this year. But I was really surprised on the Lady Gaga tip. Like I've always said, you know, I'm not a huge Lady Gaga fan. I mean, I got respect for her and what she stands for, But my thing is like, I think slowly but surely she's going to die out. Like I've been telling people, I made this prediction years ago when she, well, you know, a couple years back when she started to come out, and you know, she was the main squeeze. You know what I'm saying? I was telling everybody, I said she is going to eventually fizzle out. You know, and I just think this year just wasn't her year on the Billboard Music Awards. But anyways, that's my opinion. If y'all have something to say about that, drop that below. Do you think she's going to fizzle out throughout time? And that's the same thing with LMFAO. Don't get me wrong, I love them. I bought their CD. You know, it's a good crunk CD. You know, put that in. You know, get hyped. But my thing is I think they're going to be a fad too. They beat a lot of people in a lot of categories. But my thing is, I think LMFAO, they're just going to be just another one of them groups. You know, they're hot right now, but, you know, they came to the Super Bowl here in Indianapolis, you know, and they rocked it out. They was everywhere. They were everywhere at all the clubs. You know, they had a live performance downtown, you know, and they were even performing at the actual Super Bowl. But I just really think, you know, they're going to probably be just one of those groups that's a fad, you know what I'm saying? You know, hot like fire for a minute. But then, you know, the flame going to just eventually burn out. But anyways, it's just my opinion. Alright. This is the moment that I've been waiting to get on. And I just need y'all to just follow me because I'm just going to keep it real. This Whitney Houston tribute was a hot, dogged mess. And I know some people going to disagree with me on this, and some people say, well, you shouldn't be throwing that shade and all this. But I'm going to tell you for several reasons. And one reason I believe this is because, like I told you a few minutes ago, I think they should have had somebody else, like this Patti LaBelle, like this Kim Burrell, because you know Kim Burrell was close with her. Somebody could have did that. Even Fantasia could have did this tribute. We needed some more seasoned and more soulful people singing these songs. And I'm not saying John Legend and George Sparks didn't do it. But I'm just saying, I just think with someone as seasoned and as grand as Whitney Houston was, I really felt that they should have had someone different do that. You know what I'm saying? But no shade towards John Legend. I love John Legend. I love Jordan Sparks. I said both dynamic performers, but I just really think that someone else should have been, they should have had the task of doing that tribute. But that's just my opinion. And I'm not trying to throw shade. Please don't take this the wrong way. And I know this girl's been through a lot, but I'm telling you, with you being the daughter of the great late Whitney Houston, and I'm not gonna go in too hard on her because y'all know what I've seen. Y'all seen that ain't no need for me to go in on her like I really could. But my thing is, you sit up here representing your mama, and you act like you love your mama so much. Why do you come on that show representing her better than what you did? You looked a mess. Your weave was a mess. You look like somebody just drugged you from the drug house. I want y'all to sit there and think about that for a minute, because she looked a hot mess. Drug her from the drug house, and I'm gonna tell you, she looked like she hooked on something that ain't hooked on something. Y'all work that out. I just really felt that her and Miss Pat Houston looked in that tight ass dress, looked like she just done bought that dress off the clearance rack at Rainbow. And those of y'all that live in Indianapolis, y'all know what Rainbow is. Y'all know that's that store where y'all can go in there and get y'all welfare checks, go in there and get y'all dresses and all that shit. But you know what? I'm not gonna throw too much shade on them. You know, it was, you know, regardless to if you didn't like the performances, if you didn't like what they was wearing, it was still, you know, the spirit of Whitney was there, and everybody remembered her for who she was. Next, CeeLo Green in the Goodie Mob. We're going to talk about that performance. You know what I'm saying? CeeLo, I like CeeLo. CeeLo is unique in his own right. You know what I'm saying? and the performance was good in Mob. It was on point. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I will say, CeeLo, please don't wear all white with that silver lining on there. You just like a big old great white cloud with the silver white lining in it. You just you know, whatever. Good performance. I really liked. At first, you know, I was like, man, they're exploiting this one-legged guy up here dancing, doing all this stuff. But you know what? It's good that he's able to put people out there that have talent, and he's putting people out there, and you know, and giving them a chance to, you know, shine and do their thing. You know, people that the average person wouldn't even give the time of day to. So I gotta give him big ups to that. At first, I was like, you know, they kind of exploiting this guy. But I really feel that was pretty cool of him to do. And the last thing I want to talk about, you know, and I'm gonna get up off here because I don't want to ramble on too long, is the Stevie Wonder tribute. And I felt that it was a good tribute. I got a lot of mad respect for Stevie Wonder and what he stood for and what he continues to stand for, and just his long career and how he just overcame the odds and obstacles and things throughout the years. And how he has kind of set the high bar or the standard for artists today, and how a lot of people still to this very day look up to him, you know, and he's still doing his thing. I got mad respect for Stevie Wonder. The tribute with Alicia Keys, I really like that, you know. So, you know, that was pretty much my opinion of the 2012 Billboard Music Awards. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them. Video responses are welcome. Once again, you can check us out at our podcast, which we will probably have a broadcast, I'm hoping tomorrow or Thursday. You can check us out at blogtalkradio.com/UCOFW. We're on Twitter. I'm going to start utilizing Twitter more. I've never been a Twitter person, but I'm going to start utilizing that more. You can email me at my personal email at seharris02@gmail.com, or you can hit us up at the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers email at ucofw@live.com. And like I said, we're going to be having an official website soon, so be on the lookout for that. Michael Snyder, his website is sunrisehumanity.com/UCOFW. If you're really looking for spiritual enlightenment or just being educated on different things spiritually, that's a good website to visit. And he has a YouTube page too, sunrisehumanity.com. www.youtube.com/sunrisehumanity. Check his website out. We're going to have all those links below the video. So make sure you rate this video, comment, like, and all that stuff. So until next time, we are the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers, where we shine the light on issues impacting the urban community. Thank you.